And welcome to the Edina 18th Annual 4th of July Parade, hosted this year and organized by the Edina Community Foundation with support from the City of Edina. My name is Rob Grumman. I'm one of the administrators at Fairview Southdale Hospital, and I also have the privilege of being the past board chair of the Edina Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors. And I'm joined today by my colleague,
Lori Severson, President of the Edina Chamber of Commerce, and the Chamber is proud to bring you the broadcast of this year's parade. So sit back, relax, and join us.
Following the Edina Police Motorcade, Ron Schultz, the Edina Fire Department starts this year's parade with Tower 91, or 90. Firefighters are joined by the trucks by their families. Even during this festive time, festive celebration such as this one, it's hard to see the firefighters and not think of the 19 firefighters who lost their lives this past week in Arizona. Our thoughts and prayers are with their families. You can't have a parade without some fire engines and firemen.
Oh, that's
great.
right. Definitely a necessity for a parade.
Absolutely, it's great. And what an absolutely gorgeous day for the parade.
Couldn't have asked for better, Rob. This year's Grand Marshal for the parade is John Caprios. John recently retired after a 35-year career with the City of Edina, including the last 18 years as Director of Parks and Recreation. John's signature accomplishments included development of the Edina Senior Center, the construction of a pair of gymnasiums on the school district property, and the Tri-City Skate Park at the Southdale YMCA. Today, John is joined by his wife Jan and their son Kyle. He's being driven by the Monroe, Stanky, and another actually City of Edina retiree.
Minnesota Equestrian is an all-woman color guard on horseback. They are appearing in our parade for the 7th year in a row. That's incredible. That's great. They specialize in precision maneuvers choreographed to music. What a great-looking group.
Those horses are beautiful.
They are, aren't they? I don't know if we're going to see a precision maneuver here or not. So we'll have to wait and see. Wow, they are beautiful.
Here we have the Minnesota Police Pipe Band. They're a nationally recognized top-quality competition and performance pipe and drum corps. Established in 1963, the band performs throughout the year at parades, concerts, competitions in the United States and in Canada. They're also a major presence at funeral services for our Minnesota police officers and firefighters killed in the line of duty. So, Rob, do you have any plans for this afternoon?
Well, I'm going to tell you right now that I'm not planning on wearing a kilt.
Either am I.
You know, although it does look like it might be sort of cool. I've got some long nylon pants right now, and something nice and cool would look good with it. And so
we'll leave the kilts to the professionals.
Hey, guys.
Well, I'm heading out to the fireworks tonight at Roslyn Park.
Yeah, yeah.
So meeting a couple of friends.
We have a number of people that will come up and go to the top of the ramp of the west ramp of the hospital and watch from up there. That'll be great.
Oh, perfect view. I may have to try that next year.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You know, one of the things I love about this parade as I was walking up to the booth this morning is all the young kids who are totally excited. And one of the cool things about this is that their parents are here, their grandparents are here, and last year when I walked up, there was even a great-grandmother sitting with their great-grandchildren. What a great family event this is.
I agree. A lot of longevity here.
Yeah. The Metro Marines is a veterans and service organization representing the U.S. Marine Corps in various capacities during the year. They have 3 platoons, Champlin, Anoka, Hastings, and Forest Lake, and the Metro Marines hold regular meetings and monthly dinners to network and plan upcoming activities. Membership is open to any Marine, male or female, who has served, is retired from, or is currently serving in the United States Marine Corps, or was a Navy corpsman who served with the Fleet Marines Force. What a perfect day to have our military represented, and I think we've got several units this year.
And we have some of the veterans coming up next as well.
I love some of these older vehicles that they have refurbished, and some of these old Willys Jeeps and that sort of thing. Very fun. You know, I love the fact that you see lots of people along the parade route who are standing and saluting, or at least standing in recognition of the service that these men and women have given this country. It's great.
I agree, Robin. Look at, there's, the kids recognize the service as well. I think that's something that the parents pass down.
Even the young kids, messaging. I know. Isn't that great? Mm-hmm. Lots of little kids are flying flags and waving them back and forth. That's great.
And the city of Edina honors veterans during each and every 4th of July parade. Coming up, we have our honored U.S. veterans riding and marching in today's parade. And as Rob and I had mentioned, please feel free to stand, salute, and wave at our veterans as they pass by. We have more than 60 veterans who are either marching or riding in our parade today from all branches of the military. We salute these men and women who served in conflicts, including World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Operation Freedom in Iraq, and Afghanistan. Further showing the city's commitment to support our veterans, just recently Mayor Jim Hovland signed the city of Edina on as a commemorative partner of the 50th anniversary of the Vietnam War.
That's great. They've got quite a few veterans here.
Yeah, over 60 today, Rob.
That's great. That's great.
I noticed yesterday there were blankets and chairs out early in the afternoon.
You know,
families saving their spot for the parade today.
People get here a day in advance and they put their chairs up, and my family and I lived in here we are, these are the Naval Sea Cadet Corps. This is part of the Marines organization. These look like they are young men. Can't. Oh, the U.S. Naval Cadet Corps, a military foundation or formation with 4 flag color guards that provide seagoing training skills, discipline, and teamwork for 13 and 7 to 17-year-olds. The U.S. Naval Sea Cadet Corps has continued this mission since 1958. Oh my goodness, that's quite a while. Members are marching in their dress white uniforms today. Boy, I'll bet they're glad in their dress white uniforms. Fun to see these young men getting interested in the military service, getting some early training. That's wonderful.
Very dedicated. Rob, when you had mentioned the police squad cars and fire trucks as being part of the 4th of July parade, I think the military involvement is also one of those traditions that is necessary if you're going to be celebrating the 4th of July.
Absolutely. And, they think about the fact that here we are in beautiful downtown Edina, and yet all over this country there are parades taking place in both big towns, little towns, and you've got to believe that there are lots and lots of military people that are being part of those parades, and it's just wonderful.
Exactly, exactly.
Look at the continuous flow here of these vehicles. Sounds like we got some great big old giant diesel power wagons out there, along with those small Willys Jeeps. And again, I just think it's great that people are standing and applauding them. And as far as I can see, both up and down the parade line here, you see everybody standing. Several people are actually on the sidelines saluting. I would guess that many of them are veterans as well.
Yeah, again, a great crowd today,
yeah.
all along the parade route.
Yeah. I think it's fun. You see as they're passing along, even people that are in the various floats recognize people in the crowds, and they see them and they're waving quickly at them. And they're veterans from the Korean War on screen there.
We have veterans going back to World War II joining us today.
Yeah, that's great. Well, and the applause is just absolutely continuous here. I had no idea there were going to be this many units as part of our military contingent today, but it's great to have all these men and women here and all the vehicles.
Do you have any family members, Rob, who served in the military?
I do. My father was in the Army Air Corps, served in North Africa, and they flew across the Mediterranean seas and ran some missions over Italy and then flew back again every day. So it was a big part of his life, and he was always very proud of his service. Most of my uncles were also in the military at one time or another.
So you understand the commitment.
Oh, absolutely.
Dedication, passion.
Yes, absolutely.
Look at that. That's a pretty large birthday cake there. The theme of this year's parade is Making History Since 1888. And the theme centers on Edina's 125th anniversary celebration going on all year long. It seems only fitting that the City Council is marching alongside this giant birthday cake in Edina's honor. Joining us, we have Mayor Jim Hovland and Council members Joni Bennett and Mary Brindle. It looks like Council members Ann Swenson and Josh Spray could not make it to this year's parade. And in case you're wondering, the cake measures 13 and a half feet tall and 16 feet round.
Now, you don't think that Councilman Swenson or Sprague are going to jump out of that cake, do you?
Well, you know, you just never know. Could be a surprise for the 4th of July.
Now, somebody told me that this was the
Quasquicentennial.
Quasquicentennial.
Yes, and don't ask me to say that again,
and
please.
that's how you pronounce it, Quasquicentennial.
Right. It means
and that is 125 years.
125th, right.
So now that I've attempted it and not made too much of a fool of myself, I'm going back to this is the 125th anniversary.
So I'm good with that.
Quasquicentennial. Okay.
Quasquicentennial.
Yeah. And Mayor Hovland. Oh, they're passing something out. What is that? I wonder what that is. The mayor is always here every year with the float. It's just a great thing. Actually, it's wonderful that the council is also always in attendance.
Well, that was just great. Thanks for telling me that.
And right behind them, they have a number more of the military vehicles. So maybe the military was escorting the cake. They've got them covered both front and back.
How to protect it.
Yeah, they're covering a flanking maneuver here. Oh, and then look, coming down the street before our next big entry, we've got, it looks like we have some clowns on little bicycles of some sort. Lunds and Byerly's have 2 stores in Edina, located at 50th and France and Hazelton Road and France Avenue in the greater Southdale area. These 2 beautiful stores provide high-quality groceries and service in beautiful settings. Visit Lunds and Byerly's for your next trip to the market. Lunds and Byerly's is a presenting sponsor of our parade, and we're awfully glad to have them here. I recently, I'm sure that most people in the city of Edina know very well that the Byerly store down on France Avenue here in Edina, down by just south of the Southdale Shopping Mall, is undergoing an expansion. They just recently got approval through the Planning Commission and the City Council, and they'll, I'm not sure that I know the exact start date, but they will in fact be expanding their store. There will also be some additional residential facility adjacent to it, but it'll be a brand new, beautiful store, generally in the same location, just in a new location within that same parking lot.
Right. I'm looking forward to it, Rob. I heard that the grand opening is anticipated early spring. Or spring of 2014.
Yeah, very good.
One of my favorite stops.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think they know me in there.
Do they?
Yeah.
On a first name basis? They probably know my wife on a first name basis for sure. They've been such an institution in Edina for many, many years, as everyone knows.
And coming up next, we have U.S. Bank. And as everyone knows, they have 3 locations in Edina, including the one at 50th Street and Halifax Avenue, the official end of the 4th of July parade. Don't forget, U.S. Bank's Flex Perks program allows you to accumulate points towards the purchase of plane tickets, hotel stays, merchandise, and gift certificates with every purchase made. U.S. Bank is one of our presenting sponsors for the parade today, Rob.
That's great. It looks like they've got a special vehicle in there, too. Oh, it says Flex Perks on it.
Right, and I wonder if that's one of the electric cars.
You know, it might very well be. It might very well be. Oh, I hear a brass band coming up. And there they are. Formed in 1999, the Jack Brass Band is the only New Orleans-style brass band in Minneapolis. The players are the ambassadors of the Crescent City's brass band tradition. The Jack Brass Band embraces the traditions of New Orleans jazz, at the same time adding old-time blues, rock, hip-hop, pop, funk, and reggae. Directly behind the brass band is the Hennepin County Sheriff's Water Department unit. Joining us today, perform a very valuable service, especially Minneapolis and the Minnesota area being the land of 10,000 lakes. Water patrol units are very, very important in our community, and the Hennepin County Sheriff provides an excellent, excellent service to our communities.
Next up, we have 3 units from the Edina Historical Society. The first is the Daughters of the American Revolution, the Monument Chapter, which was chartered in Minneapolis way back in December of 1900. But it was in February of 2013 that the chapter moved its charter from Minneapolis to Edina to more accurately reflect that most of the members live in the Southwest metro area, including South Minneapolis, Edina, Hopkins, Eden Prairie, and Bloomington. With over 80 members, it's one of the fastest growing chapters of the DAR. Great group.
I have some cousins that are members of the DAR, and they are quite proud of that. Look at the costumes.
Yes.
Great old period costumes. Great buggy. That's sort of fun. The parasol, I wish there might be time. Victoria Dance Productions is a dance studio training Minnesota's top dancers since 1993. Victoria Dance Productions is celebrating 20 years of bringing dance excellence to Edina. Today we have about 40 of their students with us practicing the things they've learned, and I was also told that there were actually possibly going to be a couple of dads in there as well. Wow. There they are. I can't count them fast enough, but that looks like it might be about 40. But I want to see the dads.
I give him so much credit, Rob. I have 2 left feet, so.
Great to see these young people participating in something that's fun for them and gives them great exercise and some good discipline and gives them a chance to actually march in a parade like this. This will be a great experience for them, and I'm sure they'll talk about this for a long time.
Looks like they're all having a great time.
Here we have the Edina Historical Society main unit. In 1988, the Edina Centennial Committee raised more than $220,000 to build an addition onto the Arneson House for exhibit space and to renovate the building. The addition uses architectural remnants recovered from Edina's 1920 Wooddale School, including auditorium seats, wood trim, gym floor, and distinctive arched doorways. If you haven't been over to see this building, you should go look at it. It's very, very interesting. Oh, it looks like the DQ Grill just went by.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill is part of the International Dairy Queen Corporation. Dairy Queen is one of the silver sponsors for today's parade. And Rob, Dairy Queen was kind enough to allow the chamber in to take a look at the behind-the-scenes operations. We brought in Enterprise Edina television show, and they allowed us to see what they do with the blizzards and how they come up with the new flavors for summer. And we, of course, had some taste testing that we were able to do while we were there.
I was aware of that. I'm sorry I missed it. And next, here we have the Edina High School Alumni Marching Band. These are all former graduates of the school who marched in the band. Looks like there might be some current students in there as well.
And they are directed by the drum majors of the DHS Marching Band.
Very good. Oh, now see, some of these are my generations. I marched in the marching band when I was in high school and in junior high school. And when I was in junior high school, I was the drum major. I think maybe I was the drum major because I wasn't the best trombone player, and I was also the tallest kid in the school.
Well, Rob, when we're looking for entertainment for a chamber of commerce meeting, we know who to go to now.
Yeah, sign me up for sure. So.
And here we have the Edina Center Art Center Board, and they've become the Edina Arts and Cultural Commission, advancing artistic endeavors across our community. The commission float recognizes such arts programs as the Edina Public Art Committee, the Authors Studio, Edina Film Festival, Music in Edina, and the Edina Art Center. The Arts and Culture Commissioners include Chair Hafsed Busada, student Anna Engelbo, Candace Ellis, Barbara Blavlur, Dana Lappin, Ray Meifert, Colin Nelson, Kitty O'Day, Paul Peterson, Thomas Roykley, student Melissa Stefanik, and John Swan.
Under the direction of Nathan Earp, the Lakeville North Marching Band program has become a powerhouse of musical talent, from concert and jazz bands to the crowd-pleasing Lakeville North Panther Marching Band. The Lakeville North High School Marching Band consists of more than 200 members and maintains the traditional Big Ten style of marching and overall music sound. This exciting marching style, with its horn and shoulder swing and up-tempo pace, along with a hard-driving, powerful sound of the music, energizes and captivates a parade audience. The Lakeville North Panther Band has performed in nationally recognized bowl game parades and even a presidential inauguration parade. How cool for those young kids. That's great.
Oh, they sound great. We have another anniversary coming up here. The Edina Football Association has funded, organized, and run youth football in Edina for more than 50 years. Joining us today, we have 3 captains that are included in the group.
This is such a great feeder program for all the school programs, especially the high school program. Great to have these young kids get an early start playing this sport, learn the techniques, the skills, carry those through with them if they continue on playing through high school, maybe even in college.
On to the pros.
And on to the pros for that
From
matter.
Edina?
Absolutely. Boy, a lot of different ages there represented. That's great. The Edina chapter of the League of Women Voters was founded in 1954. The Edina League of Women Voters is a nonpartisan political organization that encourages informed and active participation of citizens in government and influences public policy through education and advocacy. I think I saw that car pull up earlier today, and I sort of wanted that car. It's a 1957 Chevy. It's beautifully restored.
That'd be fun to pull up in that car at Dairy Queen.
Yeah, yeah. Now, the most important, well, beyond this, the most important thing coming up is one of my favorites.
Oh.
There they are.
There they are. Fairview Southdale Hospital is an acute care hospital providing medical care for the southwest suburbs. Fairview Southdale employs more than 2,000 people, and it supports the work of many philanthropic and community groups throughout Edina. Fairview is a gold-level sponsor with us today and is further involved in the 4th of July festivities by sponsoring the annual fireworks display at Roslyn Park. Don't forget, fireworks will begin this evening following the 8:45 concert by the First John Philip Sousa Memorial Band. And Rob, you were instrumentally involved in organizing the float for Fairview this year.
I was, and I'm glad to see all of my friends up there on the float. Southdale has been serving this community for 48 years. And our ER, we're about to construct a new emergency department shortly. You can go to fairview.org/emergency center to find out more about it. It's one of the top 5 performing ERs in the country, and we're delighted to be here and part of the event today. Established in 1965, the Carver County Sheriff's Mounted Posse is a volunteer organization that assists the Sheriff's Office with security, crowd control, search and rescue operations, community and outreach activities, as well as a special mission as assigned. The riders and horses are put through many hours of intensive training. They also generate social interaction like nothing else can in the Sheriff's Office.
And then we have Congressman Eric Paulson, who represents the 3rd Congressional District in Minnesota, which includes western and southern Edina. Paulson has served in Congress since 2008.
And there is the candidate right there, doing high fives with lots of people along the side of the parade route. That's great.
Hello, hey, happy 4th of July.
How are you? And Congressman Keith Ellison represents Minnesota's 5th congressional district and has done so since 2006. Parts of northern and eastern Edina joined the 5th congressional district in 2012 after some redistricting. I don't know. I haven't seen the congressman there. Got lots of people in the crowd. He must be somewhere over on the side.
Shaking hands.
Shaking hands.
And here we have the Richfield hometown celebration, 4th of July celebration. Adeline Carson and Mara Line. They're Richfield's junior ambassadors to the Edina 4th of July parade. I'm sorry, that was Mara Lean rather than Line.
The Edina 4th of July parade is one of the 10 parades at the Marching Spartans this summer. Drum majors are Sarah Schroeder and Jenny Lynch. Assistant director is Peter Dysart. Dysart, I believe is how you pronounce it. Color guard instructor is Annie Severson. Drumline instructors are Chris Porter and Dan Olson. And lead chaperone is Tim Kenny. The Spartans are directed by Ben Hine. Great drums. Good group.
Next up, we have lifelong Edina resident realtor Skip Thomas. Skip prides himself on a reputation for client satisfaction. The Remax float includes a hot air balloon. Skip Thomas is a silver level sponsor for today's parade. And Skip, I think everyone knows Skip in the community, Rob. He's very active. He's a past recipient of the Chamber of Commerce's Business Person of the Year award as well. This year's award went to John Bauer with Express Employment Professionals, but Skip is very active.
Skip is a tremendous member of both the Edina Chamber of Commerce, but also he's active in Rotary and a number of other organizations around town. I will tell a little side story here, and that is my youngest daughter just bought a house and worked with Skip and had an absolutely excellent experience.
Wonderful.
I don't know if I can give free advertising on the, on
I
the
think you
screen
just
like
did.
that, but yeah, probably. Matt Bookmeyer is a local insurance agent with State Farm. Matt is also a former NFL scout, and in that capacity was a member of the 1997 Green Bay Packers team that went to the Super Bowl. Matt and his State Farm team are silver level sponsors. Welcome to Matt.
And here we have the Edina High School cheerleaders and coaches and Edina Parks and Recreation cheerleading camp participants here with us today showing off their new skills. Girls ages 5 to 12 participated in a week-long cheerleading camp in June, and they're excited to be performing in the Edina 4th of July parade. They're doing a great job.
If you promise not to tell anybody, I'll share a secret with you, and that was that I was a cheerleader in 8th grade.
Oh my, Rob. No, I will just, it's just between you and I.
I was a cheerleader, and one of the young ladies who was also a cheerleader was somebody who I had a certain interest in, and I thought by becoming a cheerleader, that would somehow give me a position further up in line. It had no effect, unfortunately.
What a great story.
Oh, and next up, oh, this is great. The Edina boys hockey won its 11th state championship, defeating Hill Murray 4-2 in the 2013 AA state hockey tournament and I watched every minute of that game.
Yeah.
Very exciting, great hockey, great group of young men. There they are right there.
The whole community behind the team.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I thought it was great. I wasn't able to go that night, but boy, they had a lot of fans in the stands. It was really great, a lot of energy. But what a great experience for those young men.
And here we have Good Samaritan United Methodist Church. They have 2 giant puppets in the parade today. The puppet heads are made out of paper mache. Each puppet is controlled by an adult center pole carrier and 1 adult operating each arm. Each arm is connected through a long rod that remains in the hands of the arm operator. The first time Good Sam used these types of puppets was in 2009 for a Christmas Eve children's service. I don't know, it looks like you have to be pretty coordinated to control that, Rob.
I saw these guys last year, and I was just amazed at what they could do with it. See, they can go over there doing high fives with the crowd. I thought that was so great. The Edina Choral is made up of approximately 80 adult singers, or chorale, I'm sorry. The Edina Chorale is made up of approximately 80 adult singers of all ages who perform a wide range of music from Mozart and Bach to Sting and the Beatles. The group recently completed its 28th season. Yeah, I can hear them singing.
Next up, we have Crown Bank. Founded in June of 2000, Crown Bank is committed to providing superior service and principled management. Crown Bank is locally owned, independent bank, and they're also a gold level sponsor for today's parade.
Right.
And on the back of the car for Crown Bank, we have Lisa and Lauren Webb. They're waving.
There they are. Oh, this is really great. Dave Irie is driving his 1929 Chevrolet Express pickup truck. His vehicles have been part of this parade for years. I love these old cars.
Have you ever had the opportunity to ride in one?
I actually drove a 1930 Tudor sedan across
fun.
country when I was a kid. I'll tell you more about that later.
I'm jealous about that. And here we have Grandmothers for Peace, not all of whom actually have grandchildren, but they meet monthly at the Edina Library to share concerns and become better informed about nuclear issues, war, violence, the environment, justice, poverty, and the legacy that we'll be leaving for our future generations. Grandmothers for Peace.
Very nice. Oh, one of my favorite groups, the Aqua Jesters. They began in 1946 by a group of executives in the Minneapolis area, many of them from the Star Tribune newspaper. It was a great way to entertain the kids during the new Aquatennial celebration parades. It was an all-men's club until 1976, when women were invited to join. My wife will be happy to hear that. The club is now a mixture of men and women of all ages who enjoy volunteering their time throughout the year, entertaining children, young and old alike. I love the costumes.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I like the shoes
Right,
too.
colorful.
Yeah, big shoes. The Aqua Jesters, fun group. I remember coming to, I grew up in California, but coming back to Minnesota one time and going to the Aquatennial with my grandparents. And just really enjoying that. And we went to the parade in downtown Minneapolis. They had, I suspect they had these guys here. I don't necessarily remember seeing them at that time, but what a fun event.
Well, they've been around for a while.
Yeah.
Normandale Lutheran Church is led by Pastors Paul Pedersen and Dale Howard. They welcome anyone and everyone to worship Sundays at 8:30 and 10 o'clock a.m. Normandale Lutheran Church. And the theme of their Vacation Bible School this summer is Kingdom Rock.
The Edina Cub Scouts are a staple in the Edina 4th of July parade every year. They are very special participants who walk the parade route in reverse to pick up litter left on the roadway. Thank you so much to our scouts. It doesn't look like they're walking in reverse, but they does look like they're picking up stuff, so that's great.
Keeping them busy.
My son was in the scouting organization when he was growing up in Cub Scouts, and my wife and I were pack leaders, and we had a great time. We had a really good experience with those young men. We have 3 packs, 62, 128, and 123. All 3 of those are from Edina.
And Jerry's Foods, they've been a community grocer here in Edina for over 50 years. Jerry's is a gold level sponsor for today's parade. And Rob, one of my favorite stops other than Lunds and Byerly's is the bakery department at Jerry's. I have a couple of favorites there.
Yeah, I think I'm on some kind of restricted bakery thing.
That's not
I'm
good.
not supposed to be going to the bakery anymore. Gordon Forcier presents his Wurlitzer 153 band organ, playing When the Saints Go Marching In, amongst other tunes. Can we close in on the hearing there, or close in on the music so we can hear that? That's great. Oh, great.
And Ellenson are certified public accountants in Edina, celebrating their 35th anniversary in business. They are also a gold level sponsor for the parade today. Rob, you know, I'm noticing a lot of longevity in our businesses here. 35 years, 50 years for Jerry's, 135 years.
Absolutely.
Edina's very fortunate.
Next, we have the Edina Film Festival. It's celebrating its 3rd year this fall at the landmark Edina Cinema. The festival will be held on November 7th through the 9th. The festival is also holding an open competition for the creation of its 2013 poster to be judged by famed children's books illustrator and Edina resident Nancy Carlson. Alex Fisher, one of the filmmakers that's part of that program, is riding in the car.
Oh, and here we have Edina's own Jughead's Youth Juggling Company. They've appeared in every 4th of July parade here in Edina. They have a very interesting history, actually. Paul and Wendy Arneberg started this wonderful group when they were advisors for Wise Guys, an after-school activity program for preteen students in Edina. As interest in juggling grew larger and larger, they created the Jugheads, which now involves hundreds of children from Edina and neighboring cities. Members and alumni from the Jugheads have performed all over the United States, winning awards for their extraordinary skill. Can you juggle, Rob?
I can juggle just like that guy right there in the red shirt. I can juggle 3 tennis balls.
Wow. I can
not
do
well.
I think I can do 3 not well.
Not well, but I could do it. I learned to do that when I was a little kid. I think my father or my uncle taught me how to do that. I could not do this, however.
No.
The pins or whatever they call those. My problem is if I try to juggle at home right now, both of my dogs chase the tennis balls, so they're jumping up like crazy. Look at those young people do that. I find that just absolutely amazing.
And they can walk at the same time.
And they can walk at the same time, my goodness. Besides this parade, the city honors the veterans in another way. A veterans dinner is held on the eve of the Independence Day parade at Bramer Golf Course. Famous Dave's has sponsored and provided the dinner for the past 4 years to honor our veterans. The Waters of Edina is a senior living community set to open in October. This premier senior living community is adjacent to Colonial Church, just off Highway 62 and Tracy Avenue. At the Waters, seniors and their families will be encouraged to thrive. The Waters will do this by offering a wide variety of wellness-focused services and activities while empowering seniors to live as independently as possible.
First Minnesota Bank has been serving customers for more than 130 years in a dozen Minnesota communities. First Minnesota Bank is proud to have always been a family-owned bank and celebrates tradition at work since 1881. The bank is also a silver-level sponsor.
Kor-Am Taekwondo School is a traditional Korean-style martial arts school teaching Taekwondo classes for children, teens, women, men, and families 6 days a week. Looks like they got a pretty wide variety of ages there represented.
Both of my sons have black belts in Taekwondo.
Oh, really?
Yep, it was a wonderful activity for them.
So don't mess with
Many
your
years.
sons,
That's right, that's right. And here we have the Edina Baton Twirlers, who were taught their skills through the Edina Community Education's Summer Shades program. We have students ages 5 to 11 who learn the basics of baton twirling, as well as new and exciting tricks as they progressed. All participants also had the opportunity to see and try their hand at twirling fire batons, but of course, Rob, under the careful supervision of their instructor. The 4th of July parade is their premier performance. From their beginning, the Zura Shrine Funsters have been involved with charities. One of their most prominent has been a Christmas basket and cheer program for needy families. It was back in 1922 that the first Shriners Hospital for Children opened. Today there are 22 hospitals, 19 orthopedic units, and 3 burn institutes. The services of these hospitals are free to children up to the age of 18, regardless of race, religion, or relationship to a Shriner, provided that there is a medical need and that the child can be helped.
And here's our friend Ron Earhart. Representative Ron Earhart represents House District 49A, which encompasses most of Edina. He recently won his seat after previously serving from 1990 to 2008.
Ron looks great.
He does, and what a great asset to this community. And never one to miss a moment to be in front of the camera. Here's
That's right.
Here's Ron again.
That's right. Looks like we have Representative Paul Rosenthal also representing House District 49B, which has part of southern Edina, western Bloomington, and parts of Minnetonka and Eden Prairie. Rosenthal is in the middle of his second non-consecutive term.
There he is right there. Good morning. Good morning.
Safe holiday. It's a great day to be out.
Also with us this morning is Senator Melissa Franzen, who represents Senate District 49. She is in her first term as state senator. There she is right there.
Endless energy.
I know. I've had the pleasure of meeting her and talking with her and hearing her speak about the issues. She was very, very important and instrumental in a lot of legislation that we think will help the city of Edina and its businesses and its community. Looks like we have FM Rock, is a rock and roll band covering the classics to contemporary and top 40 hits.
The Edina Energy and Environment Commission helps the city stay on the forefront of issues and sustainability. Among other things, they work closely with Excel Energy and Centerpoint Energy to reduce residential energy use. A program of both of these companies, the Home Energy Squad, will quickly assess your home's energy efficiency and install efficient boosting products that you've selected all in one visit, so you can begin saving money and energy immediately. Through the city's partnership, residents can receive a discount on Home Energy Squad visits. The commission includes Chairman Bill Sirks, Diane Plunkett-Latham, Bob Grumrud, John Heer, Keith Kostrich, Sarah Zarin Montedo, Julie Reiser, Tim Rudnicki, Paul Thompson, and student commissioners Elena Sokol and Andrew Bryant.
Hey, we're talking about a Home Energy Squad audit, saving energy for a healthy future for our planet.
Oh, these guys are great. The Minnesota Wheelmen is a chapter of the national group, the Wheelmen. This group of vintage bicycle enthusiasts include men and women from all over the Twin Cities area. They appear in community celebrations throughout the summer.
And it looks like we have the GOP joining us from Edina, Western Bloomington, and parts of Minnetonka and Eden Prairie. Senate District 49 Republicans. It looks like they have 2 new inflatable elephants joining us this year for the 4th of July parade. They're huge, Rob.
Yeah. That's not something you're going to win at the fair.
Yeah, try to carry that
Yeah,
home.
try to carry that. Exactly. That's what I was just thinking. Great old tractor. Look at that thing. All right, and that followed them equal time here on the TV is Senate District 49 Democrats represent the local DFL in Edina, Western Bloomington, and parts of Minnetonka and Eden Prairie, and it looks like they've got some inflatables as well. That must be the new thing.
Gets your attention.
It certainly does. Can you imagine the size of the ball that you have to throw at some giant milk cartons to knock down to be able to win that at the state fair?
And here we have the Minnesota Superheroes United. It's a group of superhero and villain character costumers who appear at charity events, public relation events, parades, conventions, hospitals, and so much more in the Twin Cities. They're sponsored by the Rotary Club of Edina, whose mission is service above self. And we all know that the Rotarians here in Edina are our everyday superheroes, Rob.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I hope those costumes are lightweight.
Mm-hmm.
Look like they might be just a little toasty on a day like today.
Well, it looks like they hit all the superheroes out there.
And I saw Batman driving his car coming over here today.
Okay. With the Bat car?
In the Bat car. Bat symbols all over it. He had his costume on. The first John Philip Sousa Band was formed in 1970 by a group of Edina High School graduates. In its 42nd year, the Sousa Band entertains year-round to packed houses at Edinburgh Park, Centennial Lakes, and parks throughout the Twin Cities. The band will perform tonight at 8:45 at Roslyn Park.
The Edina Basketball Association was established to provide recreational basketball programs for boys and girls who live in and or attend school in Edina. The programs are organized to build skills, promote teamwork and sportsmanship, while of course having fun playing the game of basketball.
My son and grandson are huge hoop fans. My son has got Porter dribbling all over the driveway and in and out of cones and shooting. And
Good for him.
Girl Scout Unit 137 serves more than 1,500 active scouts in Edina. I think that's absolutely great that young girls are still getting an opportunity to participate in the scouting program. Both of my girls were in Brownies and Girl Scouts and had a great experience.
I was a Brownie and a Girl Scout
Were
as
you?
well. Yeah.
All right.
I think I still have my badges
Do you? Great.
packed in some
In some remote
some
box.
box.
Yeah.
And it looks like we have Pets Are In. Pets Are In provides in-home care by placing pets with host families. And today they are walking some of their dogs. The owners, Ann and Jim Platt, very involved in the community again, Rob. Not only wonderful chamber members, but they're involved with the Rotary Club. I know they volunteer for the YMCA as well.
Absolutely.
And what a great concept.
Yeah, absolutely. The Miss American co-ed pageants support girls and young women in becoming ladies, gaining confidence and skills to be used throughout their lives. The women and the women and girls in the parade will be competing nationally this fall. Oh, there's quite a few of them. That's great. What a great experience for those young women.
Oh, I agree. Opportunity to earn money for college.
Absolutely. Yeah, great.
Looks like everybody's having fun out there today.
It does. You know what? This year the weather is not so hot. Last year the weather was so hot. It was tough.
I remember a scorcher.
It was. This could not be a more perfect day for the parade.
I agree. And it looks like here we have the Minnesota Traditional Morris. They're a men's English folk dance team dancing a style of Morris, originating in the Cotswold Hills of central England. Hence, the style is known as Cotswold Morris. Morris dancers are performed by 1 to 8 team members dancing to music provided by violin, pipe, and tabor, even using the voices of the dancers themselves. It's often been described as exuberant, boisterous, and vital fun. They have quite a history as well. Actually, goes back several centuries with the style of dance.
Abby's Hope Charitable Foundation is a nonprofit founded in honor of Abby Taylor. In 2007, Abby was playing in a public wading pool when an improperly maintained pool drain cover pulled out a part of her intestine tract. For the next 9 months, she was in and out of the hospital as doctors tried to repair her internal organs. She lost her fight in 2008 after 16 surgeries and a triple organ transplant. Today, the foundation, named in her honor, works fiercely and passionately to safeguard kids both in and out of pools. This was truly a tragedy, but I think it's also something that the community got behind, the issues around safety in pools. And for those young kids going to pools today, it's a lot safer environment. It's unfortunate that it happened to young Abby, but it certainly did not go without some really great benefits coming out of it.
I agree, Rob. They've been very instrumental in pool safety issues,
Yeah.
not only locally but nationally as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Here we have the Mu Performing Arts Center. Here are the taiko drums, and taiko is Japanese for big drum, and it sure is a big one.
And those are some big drums. Calvin Christian School seeks to integrate a biblical worldview into every aspect of the educational opportunity. This elementary school is part of the Calvin Christian School system, which also includes a K-8 school in Blaine and a high school in Fridley.
YMCAs are older than the state of Minnesota. The YMCA traces its history back to 1856, and over the years, the YMCAs responded to the changing needs of our communities. Today, the YMCA serves men, women, boys, and girls of all faiths, races, ages, abilities, and incomes. We are so fortunate to have the Southdale branch right here in Edina.
And next, Jerry Chapman is driving his patriotically themed van. I would guess so. It looks like a giant flag. Well, that's really cute.
The Edina Federated Women's Club was founded in 1969. The club's mission is to enhance the lives of women through volunteer service, friendship, and philanthropy.
Oh, there's the Batmobile I was talking about.
Oh.
The Northwest Minneapolis Royalty Ambassador Scholarship Program supports the growth and development of young people in Northeast Minneapolis and St. Anthony Village through volunteerism, a college scholarship program, and a savings bond program, lifelong memories, and much more. Their parade float theme this year is See Northeast, See the World. The float is a city on wheels which replicates many of the churches and landmarks such as the Hennepin Avenue Bridge. The ambassadors this year are Miss Northeast Minneapolis, Elena and Shauna, teen ambassadors Dominic and Frankie, junior ambassadors Miley, Nova, Emily, and Ayana.
And Rob, it looks like the police escort is wrapping up this year's 4th of July parade. Before we go, we'd like to thank our other sponsors of the parade who did not have floats or entries with us today. Gold sponsor, Lisa and Jerry O'Brien. Silver sponsors, Christensen and Lowy, public accountants. Kraus and Hovland, Sign Pro, Southdale Center Simon Properties, Think Mutual Bank, the Waters of Edina, and Excel Energy. And bronze sponsors, the 50th in France Business and Professional Association and Park Nicollet Health Services.
We'd also like to thank the parade committee, the 2013 parade committee led by Chair John Swan, appointed by the Edina Community Foundation to make all this possible. Members included Kristen Arsvold, David Alker, Valerie Burke, Frank Cardarell, Ann Charity, John Curry, Michael Cirrus, Barbara Malzecker, Sarah Miller, Rick Murphy, and Andrew Smith.
And finally, we'd like to thank you for joining us. I hope you'll see us next year for the Edina 4th of July parade. Thank you so much. Happy 4th of July. Rob, thank you.
Thank you, and everybody have a happy and a safe holiday today.